Hello, welcome back to Katawa Shoujo. We're in the library, finally. Finally some books to read, right?
Yeah. Real quick, I think this game may not. I'm not sure if it's popular, but it seems to still have a good cult following because I'm listening to the soundtrack on YouTube right now, and people are commenting within the last year talking about how I just finished this game and now I have a hole in me, and also I love this game and I want a remake and all this other kind of stuff. So I think this game still has somewhat of a cult following.
They want a remake?
Someone wanted a remake of this game, like an HD remake.
Oh, okay. Maybe in like widescreen or something.
Yeah, there were also some files found in the game talking about doing like more routes with more of the characters.
Mm-hmm.
But the creators just never finished. Along with there's there was some mods, I think, that people made extra routes for the game.
Really?
Yeah.
Seems like it means it's pretty popular to me.
Yeah, I would say that this is probably one of the more popular, still popular visual novels.
Okay. That's cool.
Yeah.
But it doesn't have an ending for some of them?
There are some routes that are just not implemented. Like they found the files for them, but it's not in the game because they either decided not to finish it or maybe they ran out of time. I don't know.
Okay.
Lily, did you get my message? Message. Oh, the 2 important books that arrived? Right. They finally came. I can't believe it took so long, but...
Miss her celebrations partially for managing to change the topic, I'm sure. She notices me from the corner of her eye and freezes on the spot when she does.
Oh no, I'm sorry for not noticing you before.
Second. Alright, back. I hope that didn't screw up the recording. I had to fix the music because I don't want it to overpower what we're saying. So I thought it was a little too loud and I had to exit out, and I don't know if that screwed up the recording or not, but I had to separate the files. Stop. Send a new file. Whatever. Anyways, moving on.
Did you need to check out a book or return one? I'm sorry.
The way she can so quickly shift between moods is a little unsettling.
He's with me, Yuko. This is Hisao, a new student. Hisao, this is Yuko, the school librarian.
She's very worried.
Yeah.
Anxious, I guess. Pleased to meet you.
Hisao, right. Hisao. Pleased to meet you too, Hisao.
She's not a student here, is she?
No, she's an adult.
Yeah, okay. Well,
I guess technically everyone's an adult, yeah.
Right, well. She looks about the same as everybody else.
She is the librarian. She is not a student.
For a second, she visibly attempts to engrave her name on her mind so she won't forget.
Yuko often arranges to import foreign books in Braille for me.
That's right, she's blind.
Would you like to tell Hisao a little something about the library?
Lily's innocent suggestion is met with an expression of abject terror. I watched Beavis and Butthead do the universe yesterday.
Yeah.
And they were in space and they looked. They had like a telescope type thing on the spaceship, and they're like, "Hey, let's look at the sun."
Oh God! Why?
So they pointed towards the sun. First Beavis looked in and he's like, "Ah!" And then Butthead's like, try the other eye. Oh, good idea. Ah!
God, why? And that's how Lily went blind too.
She looked at the sun a little too long.
Please, Lily, I can't. I don't know what he could be interested in. This is too much responsibility.
Pretty good movie.
It
Although
sounds like it.
you have to have Paramount Plus, so um, not a lot of people want to do that, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But it was my birthday. How's it? How's it's any responsibility at all? I don't get. But her objection is so sincere, I don't doubt for a second that she would rather disembowel herself on the spot than tell me where the light novels are.
But
So there are a lot of books in Braille here? I attempt to save the day by asking the first thing that pops in my head. It seems to work at least partially, as Yuko seems to not exactly relax, but at least look slightly less intense or tense.
well, I think about a third or a fourth of Yamaku's library is either in Braille or audio.
Makes sense, given all the blind students that would be here. If it's only that, how come this library is so big in the first place?
Well, we get a lot of new books regularly because the library's adequately endowed. That's probably why. They spend more on new books than on my salary. And then I have to organize and shelve them all. It's so troublesome and they weigh so much. I wish I could quit this job.
Why can't you?
Yeah,
You can't get another job?
I don't know.
A very awkward silence follows this revelation of too much information. I'll go check the aisles then, if you don't mind. It's probably best for all of us if she doesn't keep talking to me.
Very well. Meanwhile, Yuko, I would have those books if that's all right with you.
It moves on. My first impression was right. The library is surprisingly big. Ambling down the narrow aisleways, I studied the spines of the book in random order, occasionally sliding one out to read the blurb, taking it with me if it looks good.
Amble or ambling means to walk or move at a slow, relaxed pace.
Okay.
I didn't know. That's why I had to look it up.
Yeah, thanks for doing that. In a few moments, I have a respectable stack of books in my arms. Maybe somebody out there learned something from this today. I guess I'll never be stuck for a choice in here. Stuck for choice. The normality of the library sinks in. Sure, there are large print and braille books scattered throughout, but it is what it is, a library. It's as if the calm mood from the room I had tea with Lily is in snuck with us in here. Unless it was here to begin with. Something about that puts me at ease, just like before. I reach the end of the aisle and find a collection of desks set up for study or personal reading. Going a little further, though, I discover a nice quiet corner at the back. While the rest of the library has the odd students sitting at the desk, either reading or stealthily sleeping, the back is pretty much deserted. Why would you go to a library to sleep? Seems like
It's because it's quiet.
why would you go to your room?
Uh,
Much more comfortable, right? As
I mean, yeah, but maybe it's like during school hours and you're not allowed in your dormitory during school hours, like when you're supposed to be in class. So you like snuck away to the library.
Yeah,
I don't
so.
know. I
So they're allowed to go to the library, but not their room.
I don't know.
Anyways, as I glance around, I see someone who I recognize sitting on one of the several bean bags. Ooh, a beanbag. It's the dark-haired girl from my class, the one who snuck out of the classroom earlier. Seems like they're pulling me towards this girl.
I think she's. I actually don't know who the most popular character is. Um, she's interesting though,
She looks terrified every time I see her.
like a deer caught in headlights.
She's reading a book, keeping it close to her face, which makes her look like she's really into it. From the way she was acting today, I had her pegged as more of a delinquent than a bookworm. In fact, her mysterious disappearance from the class raises all sorts of whys in my head. Intrigue floats slowly but surely towards the surface, and before I know it, I'm walking towards the mysterious long-headed girl. I guess there's no harm in introducing myself as I would with anyone else. She's a classmate after all. Walking over to her another beanbag, I take a seat and lay my book beside it. The girl starts looking scaredly up at me from underneath her fringe. Is the fringe her hair?
Yes,
Okay.
it's like her bangs.
Right, and she's got over her face.
Yeah.
This is the first time I've seen her this close. Underneath her long, dense bangs, I can see that part of her face, at least a third, if not half, is pretty badly scarred. My eyes are immediately drawn to the scars, subconsciously peeking past her hair until they meet her own eyes. So this is a school for special needs students, right?
Yeah.
What?
No, the,
Yeah.
the name Katawa Shoujo, I believe, literally translates to disability girls.
What? What is her? What is her disability? I know she has like burn marks on her.
I believe it would be burn marks along with probably some mental issues.
Okay. I didn't think about the mental issues.
Yeah.
For a second, I'm shocked and divert my eyes to the book in her hands. Before I realize that looking away probably only makes it worse. Could probably explain that. Takes too many seconds to collect myself and remember what I walked up to her for.
So go ahead and save. I've been reading the walkthrough that I have saved here. So introducing yourself keeps her route open, Lily's route open, and two other people's routes open. I'm double checking for. Yeah, those are all the good endings.
Good endings?
Yeah, there's bad endings to this game too.
The second one means bad ending?
It keeps. I'm assuming that would keep someone's good ending open, but yeah. Okay, so it keeps everyone's routes open if you introduce yourself.
I'll introduce myself. Hi,
Yeah,
I'm
that's.
new here, Hisao Nakai. We're in the same class. I just transferred here the other day. Maybe you don't remember? The girl still doesn't say a word, but simply stares at me wide-eyed. I'm still getting used to the place, so I'm trying to meet as many people as I can. So, what's your name? Purple hair?
I'm sorry. I am reading something real quick.
Okay.
I'm getting conflicting information, so we're just gonna continue and pretend like I hopefully didn't make a mistake.
It's a... I guess... I don't feel like anything should be a mistake, really. You're still gonna get an ending, no matter what.
Yeah, we'll get an ending. Hanako.
Does she have purple hair?
I'm colorblind, Gary.
She looks like she has black hair, and I thought that they said black hair before.
Yeah, I thought she was black-haired.
Her speech is stuttering and so quiet that it is barely audible even in the still library. Somehow I think that my delinquent impression of her was wrong. You think? Hanako, What are you reading? She gently tips the book backwards so that I can read the title at the same time, hiding her face behind it. She must have noticed me staring before. Life of Pi? I've heard of that before. What's it about? Is that with the tiger?
It is.
Oh, okay. She said that.
A boy and the tiger.
I always do that. On a boat.
On a boat.
They made a movie. That's the only reason why I know of it.
Life of Pi is the book is not good.
Oh no.
No.
But the movie is.
The movie. Well, okay. Let me put it this way: the book involves a lot of math. The movie just makes references to math.
Because of Pi.
Yeah. The whole idea of Life of Pi is like the reason why a mathematician was able to use his skills to like keep himself alive on a boat floating in the middle of the ocean. And the movie is a little bit more exciting than reading about how a dude used math to keep himself alive.
Yeah. Nobody wants to hear about math.
Pretty much, yeah.
See this taking some time. One of the few situations where the movie's better, I guess.
Yeah.
Sounds interesting. Is it any good? No, it's terrible. She nods from behind the book, but stays silent. She looks kind of tense, a bit like Yuko earlier, but in a different way. More like petrified with terror, I'd say. Oh my god. So the mystery delinquent girl turned out to be anything but, and she's quivering in a way that makes it look like she's mortally afraid of me. The only way out of this, as far as I can tell, is to try to get a normal conversation going. Is it a library book? We're in the library, and he's asking that?
She could have brought her own, I guess.
I guess so. I'm looking for new ones to read, but there's just so many.
No, it's mine.
She did bring it. I don't know, I figured library, you're reading a book, it's a library book.
I mean, yeah, I would assume so.
Oh, so do you come here often? Terrible line.
This entire scene is a little cringeworthy.
He's doing most of the talking. A huge blush spreads on Hanako's face and her eyes widen far larger than I thought it was possible for eyes to do. Uh-oh, did she interpret my lame attempt at small talk as a feeble attempt to pick her up? Yeah. I mean, I didn't mean it like that. I didn't see the eye, I just saw the dots. I'm
gonna do something.
Can you say that again?
I've gotta go do something.
I didn't. Discord didn't quite catch it.
Of course.
It's like it cuts out loud noises or something. Without warning, Hanako takes off and runs towards the counter. Her hair-like takeoff catches me off guard so that I don't manage to go after her until she has a good head start. By the time I reach the counter, she is nowhere to be seen. I'll stop there. We got through a whole conversation with one person.
Woohoo!
And I didn't have to stop in the middle of a conversation. So I consider that a success.
Woohoo! We did it.
Should be about 10-20 minutes, I guess, right there. So I will see you in the next 20-minute video. Goodbye.
Bye!